Welcome to Emuna is Our Future with Family Time. This is a special class coming all the way from Bat Yam. I'll just give you a little bit of a glimpse if you guys can see it at all. See if this works. Got a beautiful sea, not so far away. And I have the pleasure to share a special post focused on family. This is our focus this week. I appreciate you joining me. I apologize that we're an hour later than our usual class, and I hope the Wi-Fi, everything is working the way it should. Just giving a double check over here, making sure that you guys see everything, thank God. And we would give a big blessing to all of you that you should be safe from what I had to go through yesterday, that our family that were meant to visit us, just thank God, I mentioned in the Emuna class with Eli Goldsmith, we had the pleasure on Sunday hosting in our studio. We put out the live video, even though I was away here, I was busy. Shalom, thank you from Australia, wow. Yes, we're a little hour later, so hopefully we're catching people at different times a little bit. But the pleasure of sharing a class with Eli Goldsmith and the Rav on Sunday night was we focused in on Mashiach, on the songs. We talked a lot about the dangers and challenges of the internet and how the Rav is doing amazing things. We spoke a lot about very important things, and we recommend, I put the links below, that you should go and watch the class of Eli Goldsmith. Very, very special class. And right now, as we speak, I hear this, thank God, the waves of the Holy Land, and people have been flying over, coming to visit the Holy Land, as the Rav so beautifully advised, the pleasure of praying for others and caring for others. So my parents landed yesterday, and unfortunately they were not able to enter the land of Israel. They had to fly back to London, and it was very, very painful for me because I haven't seen them for over a year and a half. And I did ask all of you to pray for them, that I should be meritorious, and pray for me that we should be able to do the mitzvah of kibbud av va'em. It's a very special mitzvah. It shows appreciation for people that have done so much for us in the past. And it's something which unfortunately has been delayed for me personally. They were here, we were meant to spend time together this week, and instead they had to get flown back immediately because they were missing one paper. And it's very sad to see that after the whole year and a half of going through this Corona challenge, the bureaucracy is still winning out. And even though, thank God, people are healing and people are coping in the hospitals, thank God, are coping, and it's something which is totally heading in a positive direction. But the bureaucrats, I'm not going to blame anyone specifically because everything's from Hashem, and that's our Emuna class, but they are still holding back people from being able to see their families for very small things, for like it's a bit of paperwork. That thank God, my parents are vaccinated and they filled out a lot of the forms. There was just one thing they were missing, and they're also in an older age, so it was very traumatic for them to be escorted straight away out of the border thing. So anyway, I bless everyone to go through such things. You should be able to visit the family you love. You should have smooth journeys together, please God. And I apologize also if visually it's different. Usually we're sitting in a beautiful studio in Yerushalayim, and we get to put it up live and also on our website, which I recommend you checking out. I was asked by the website team to give a strong recommendation to breslov.co.il or breslov.com, BRESLEV, breslave.com or .co.il. You have the opportunity there to see all our past classes with the translations of Rav Shalom Arush and myself and all the other staff. And thank God now we have Rav Cohen back in our YouTube and hopefully on our sites. We also, thank God, have a nice team of other classes from Balayesh and the DHC on our other sites, and it's a big appreciation. I don't know if you can hear the plane above me. There's a lot of birds singing, but it's a beautiful place where I'm located. I'm just not blessed to spend it with my parents, and in the meanwhile, thank God, I'm going to have a little break and give an opportunity for my children to have a little break. Even though we don't get the merit to do the mitzvahs kibbud av va'em in person, but once again we're forced back online through video chat and other things, pictures, and the challenges of this year have not ended a year and a half. So we should realize that whatever times we do get to spend with family are very important, and that's the focus of the class, family time. That it's so important to prioritize the loved ones, like Stephen Covey so correctly wrote, or any of our wonderful spiritual teachers taught us, that after 120, after we've been in this world, say for 70 or to 80 to 120 years, we're not going to worry about our, when they're going to give us, please God, after 120, our morning speech, our eulogy or anything like that. It's not going to be something which we're going to be worried about how much time did I post or how many classes did I give at breslov.co.il. Even though that's important to share Torah together, the thing that's going to be most important to us is how much time do we spend with those we love in person, connect with them, and have those special moments. So my point this class this week is to give, one, I hoped I would have my father here with me, so maybe even introduce him in the class, and maybe even bring him to the Rav on Sunday, where we're hosting, hopefully, this in black. And Rav Dayan Elgrod, might be the Rav Shalom Arush is in Uman, so it might be a slightly different energy class, but we're yet to confirm that. I'm away right now, so we'll get to that hopefully the end of the week or the new week. But we still invite you to join us in our weekly Emuna class, because hopefully we have the merit to be with Nis in Black and Rav Dayan Elgrod and myself, and we'll be able to get out another class, our 40th class, a big achievement. But the key is, as important as these classes are, the time to spend with family. Like right now, I'm giving you my time where I'm actually officially not being paid, and this is my holiday time. I don't have to do this, but I wanted to touch base with everyone and give an opportunity to just make a point that if you have family time, go and be with that family. Right now, soon I'm going to turn off this video. I'm going to go be with the family. I'm going to get dinner for them. My wife, as I've already told you guys, she's doing an ambulance course, so she had to go back to Jerusalem to carry on and learn Mada Magen Adom, which is a beautiful thing that she's volunteering to be part of. We have opportunities, as we've spoken in previous classes, to be giving and proactive and kind to people, to care about people. But in the meanwhile, we also have to not forget that the family is the priority, that the people in our life, as Stephen Covey wrote, family first. And as if you look in the Torah, it's so clear that the first, what is Kodem, what's Kedima, is your own family. In all cases of charity and all kinds of different halachas, again and again you'll see, if like Reb Berkovitz, I had the merit to sit in his kollel and learn with him the importance of being with family, that you have to prioritize your family before helping other people around you. So my hope is that this class will give you that impetus right now in your life to care about the ones who are in your circle of influence, the family who are first. And as hard as it can be sometimes they're the ones that trigger you the most, they're the ones that challenge you the most. But remember that is exactly why, because where the struggle is where the growth is. Where the challenge is where we grow the most. So even though it was difficult for me not to spend time with my parents, but the opportunity now is to focus in on my wife and my kids, and to thank my parents that they gave us this opportunity to have this break, and to hopefully follow up, either go to London and spend that quality time with them, or to have the ability to send them nachas through the online global world that we're all in together, and to be able to connect to them that way. And the key is, as I put in the cover picture on YouTube, that by listening, really listening to the family, what do they want, what are they saying, learning how to really be there in a mindful way, in a fully attentive way, that the people in your life, you're fully attentive. Like it says by David HaMelech, he was David Avdecha. The idea that he was David, your servant, because he was serving people, the idea of servicing. And the people you need to service are the people closest to you, not just the people in the kingdom or the palace. I mean, he was a king, so he had sort of responsibilities that allowed his family to understand his specific situation. Like someone like Rav Shalom Arush has a massive communal role, and the family understand it on some level, but even then, it's still a big challenge to put other people first before your own family. And that's something which, in most situations, the family has to come before the community. And that's something which the world has misunderstood very much nowadays, more than ever, that the family is sort of as a position, or even if it's not, you don't have physical family, but the crew, the community around you, the ones who you are most influential on, people have lost that sort of understanding, that inner will and prioritization of the people that are most important. And especially because there's a lot of pain present, a lot of challenges present, so you want to flee from that, you want to run away from that situation and just be with those that it's easier to be with, people that are further away. Like it says in the Torah, you have to love your friend as you love yourself. And this is the mitzvah that Rav Arush is pushing on all of us, to really be most nefesh, to go out of our way and pray for Am Yisrael, to pray for the people beyond us. But not only that, we have to pray for the people beyond us. As we're learning in the DHC, we have to pray for the people that are closest to us as well, and really pray for them to have all the blessings and all the good. For example, right now my wife is driving to Jerusalem, she'd have a safe journey, or please God, next time my parents come, they shouldn't have any of these kinds of issues. She would have come into Eretz Yisrael with no problems. And this is unfortunately, as my wife reminds me, that the Tzaddikim did say that it's going to get harder and harder to get to the Holy Land. So we shouldn't take for granted all those years where we were just able to just come here. And my father was saying to me just shortly before I doing the class, I was on the phone with him, saying that it's very easy just to come here in the past. And now it's a whole new challenge, a whole new obstacle is in front of you with this paperwork and things that you have to have tests and this and that, and there's more level of security more than ever, and it's something which you have to, we couldn't even get into the airport in arrivals to even wait for them. We had to sit outside in the baking sun trying to get hold of the embassies. Like, it was quite traumatic. We're coming about to have a very positive week, and the whole thing's just been changed. But that's our Emuna. That's what we have Emuna in our future, that everything that takes place is meant to be the way it's supposed to be. And now we tune into the new reality. We're flexible, we're versatile, we're emotionally healthy, we deal with challenges in our life in a positive, real way. Anyway, I hope the sea noise around you is putting some calmness as well in everyone's challenges, because we need to balance out. We need to have those moments of nofesh, of being able to restore our souls, as Rabbi Nachman so beautifully put in his book. The restoration of our souls comes a lot with hisbodedus and connecting to our God, to be able to connect to Hashem, to be able to talk to Hashem, to communicate to Hashem, to appreciate the relationship with Hashem is the most powerful way of restoring our soul, restoring our energy. Having this time away from everything gives us time to just think a little bit more, to connect to our inner self, and even more, like we said in the point of this class, in our Relationship Flow podcast as well, which you can check out, the idea of really listening to the other person, to listening to the soulmate, and to be there and to be happy with them, to really connect with them, to really understand, especially with the children as well, to be able to give them space to grow and to pray for them and to be there for them when they really need it.